Hello everybody, welcome back. Hey Delacille, how's it going? Maeglin, how are you? So a couple of things we could do today. We could head into the Great Hollow. We can backtrack to go get the Seance Ring. We could explore Sen's Fortress a bit more. Awesome. Congrats, Maeglin. Hey, Matsuki. Anything you guys want to do in particular? Because I've got to do them all. But it's up to you guys what you would want to see. We do have the Lord Vessel, so we can go anywhere. Alright. Which section of the catacombs is this? This is Vamos. This is probably Vamos, which means it's above. It's below. Yeah, this is Vamos. Alright, we're gonna warp back to Firelink. Start from up there. Oh, you're still here? Or...
There you are.
Yeah.
There's nothing. No worries.
He's still here. Oh, the hay patches. Yeah, that's the Vamos bonfire. Vamos requires you to do a daring jump down what looks like a bottomless pit, but it's actually not a bottomless pit. Sigmire is always here. Jerkwad. Oh yeah, I had to pick up a lantern. Because we went straight to Vamos, we like missed the back half of the catacombs. And Vamos places you really well in front of Pinwheel, so that's actually a pretty good bonfire. Hey, a scimitar. I need that. Because I need to make the Fury Sword a little later. Yeah, we're just doing a little bit of backtracking, Astral. Because I kind of skipped half the catacombs. Yeah, yeah. I'm not even paying attention. Kinda? They are... The skull bombs are a attack that a one-time only enemy in Nulando does. So it's probably very similar to that, if not the same, but like that enemy's not here in the Catacombs. Alright. Do. Do. My platinum character is coming along okay. It's still stuck farming souls for the Pyromancy Glove, which requires, like, in total 145,000 souls. So it still hasn't made it into Blighttown yet, but it's got plus 13 or plus 12. So we have pretty much done everything up here, but since we're looking for that seance ring. No, that's Quaylon. They have a similar naming convention. Quaylon, Quaylana, Quaylog. Yeah, Quaylon. She's... Oh, Quaylon shows up, unless you're like a natural pyromancer. But Laurentius is the first pyromancy teacher. Oh, that was really... Would you, please, calm down a little bit? Yeah. If you're not like a pyromancer to begin with, or you don't have like a plus 10, she won't show up. And Quaylon will just show up when you have it. Man, Walk-On is freaking out over here. There we go. Yeah, Quaylana is powerful. Yeah. Like, Laurentius is in the depths. Yeah. But having your plus 15 with Laurentius helps because Laurentius will ask to leave, and when he does, he goes nuts. Um, she probably is. Because she's not, like, messed up. Like a ghost, Delicia. Yeah, Laurentius he's super nice. He's a nice guy. He is a nice fellow. Yeah, there's like 7 different sisters of Izalith. If you want to count them all, there's still a couple missing. Yeah, there's a few different sisters, and there's what, 7 of them? Yeah. Ceaseless is staring in front of one of his sisters because he loved his sisters. He's maybe the only brother, maybe, which. Where's the exit? Yeah, like, the game file's called The Bug at Blighttown, A Prince of Izalith, but that's the game files. Yeah, like, the big bug in Blighttown is supposed to be a prince. Like that's the game files, but, like, game files are game files. Kinda. Shortcuts. That's not even the big one. Like, the speedrunner shortcut is, like, through here. Trivializes the crap out of it, Patches. And as for your question, Faded Visage, possibly. Because if we accept that as the theory, then, like, the Ring City is basically the Sheol. Or the underworld, as one would put it. Alright, well, let's go the other way and make sure we didn't miss the seance ring over. The seance ring on the other side. Yeah, it's the Ring City. is the underworld, so that would make, like, Lordran at least purgatory. Oh yeah. Like, the Ash Lake in this game, Ash Lake itself is a memory palace, which fits in with, like, FromSoft lore, because FromSoft loves using trees in a lot of things, just to back that up. Like, Kingsfield has a bunch of trees in it that are important. Shadow Tower Abyss, a tree is super important because that is the Shadow Tower. It's just growing backwards. Who is shooting me? Who's the rude boy? Oh, it's you guys. So, do you notice that's a developer message? Because there's no rating. Possibly? I mean, with all of the influences that they do take in this game, and they synthesize them. Alright, I need to get out of here. Oh, I'm so dead. Super dead. Give me that ring! Ah, damn it. Time doesn't... The thing is, time doesn't matter in these games. That's the point. That's the point I've been trying to make for a long time. Time doesn't matter. Like, it just doesn't. Which way am I going? Oh, it's this way. Yeah, and like, time is light, and light is kind of time and memory and stuff like that. So, like, the fact that it doesn't matter doesn't make it not stagnant. Oh, did you see that pop in there? Yeah. And like, Ulyseel works with time and memory pretty essentially. And this is fake, so we're in the wrong place. Remind me when I get back to a bonfire to like mute my computer. Let me back up here. Like, you're undead. What does time matter to you? In fact, the only time when time even seems to even remotely make any sense of mattering is during the Gale boss fight. Because the day-night cycle actually changes during that boss fight. Yeah, like, you're undead, it doesn't matter. It's not so much time is convoluted, but it just doesn't... Who cares? Because, well, think of it this way. Time one of the key central things of somebody going hollow is that they're losing their memory. They're losing who they are. And losing who you are and losing your memory is part and parcel of losing your memory. Facebook, why are you distracting me? Alright, we got it. Like, it's fine people want to construct a timeline, but, like, it won't work. Like, nobody will be happy with the timeline, and that's because time doesn't really seem to matter. Like, it's a series of events, but even those series of events don't seem to line up or match up, which kind of falls in line a little bit again with how FromSoft likes to tell stories. They don't like to tell stories in a literal sense of, like, straight linear time. I mean, you can see that in the Kuon, in Kuon. Kuon does not adhere to a strict sense of time itself. Oh, great. Thanks for the help, jerk. Oh, yeah. Well, it's only human to want to put order to something. So early. All the time. Path is ahead, but we're gonna do something else. Yeah, like the Nameless King thing, that's a memory palace in and of itself, which is why the skybox looks completely different. Ash Lake Memory Palace. I mean, it is an everlasting dragon, and unless the opening FMVs are completely lying to you, I mean, it lies by omission, but if it's completely lying to you, then all the everlasting dragons are dead. So it retreated to a memory palace. You can see that a big skeleton bro closed the coffin for you. Yeah, like, cause I'm used to DS3's like preemptive timing, and Bloodborne's kind of preemptive timing, that it messes me up a lot with DS1. Like, I have to focus on not hitting the parry too early. Alright, so this is going to be a boss fight. It's not right now. But you can take a quick look at things. There's Nito. Do I have... Yes, I do have Nox. This place really is Nito. But you can see that he's got quite a few different Skelebros around him. We can enter his covenant. We'll do that. This is a different sort of prey animation than you get in the rest of the game, I guess. And for joining, you get a miracle. Do I even have Eyes of Death? I do. Since I did this on the PS3, and the PS3 servers were completely dead, I had to farm the crap out of basilisks for a while to get the number that I needed. There should be an armor set here. Let me see if I can't find it. Leroy's armor set spawning here now or later? Oh, it's later, I guess. Because the body of Leroy would be here. Oh yeah, that's my essay. It's actually not called Ash Seeketh Embers. Like, all of the essays are under a series called Ash Seeketh Embers, but whatever. The first one is the first actual title is Dream Chasers. Yeah, it's later. Yeah, it's mine. Oh, really? I don't post to Reddit, so people linking my stuff to Reddit is always kind of a weird time. Because then it reminds me that people are actually reading the stuff. Ash Seeketh Embers is a common title, but I do have an essay called Ash Seeketh Embers. But I do not have a Reddit account. So we're gonna do a silly thing and go around him. At least attempt. Hey! Hello there, Vagrant. I'm just gonna keep going. See you later, Vagrant. Those are Vagrants, Patches. If somebody dies, and then they die with a lot of, like, soft humanity or a lot of souls, and they die again, which means they can't pick it up, that bloodstain will manifest as a vagrant. And there's, like, 4 different types of vagrants. They're not to be messed with. Yeah, and if you look really closely, they are crabs, and which explains why there's so many crabs in DS3. Crabs are also a common enemy type in FromSoft games. They're like your first real enemy in Eternal Ring, for instance. But yeah, like, your death becomes somebody else's enemy. So that gray bit is a hole. It will drop you in front of a Black Knight, I believe. We'll be back for that Titanite demon, but... let's see if we can't mess with... any of you people going to give me a freaking skull lantern? Really? None of you? Why are you leaving? Dude. Really? You're just fine, I guess. If you aren't gonna fight, I'm not gonna fight you. Hey! It's these silly guys. Who we are not going to fight, because screw that. Nah, he's afraid he's afraid of the bone wheels. I'd be afraid of the bone wheels too. Alright, let's go mess with Sasquatch or something. With one Estus flask. Sure. I should switch to my claymore, but I'm not good at menuing. Hey! Yahtzee! That's pretty much what I do. I just, like, nope. Nope, right past the bone wheels. So you can see there's a bunch of, like, random things over there, but this is, Bone Wheel Alley. So, we're peacing out. The bone wheels here are not the biggest threat, because you can just run past them. The bone wheels are really threatening, though, in the Painted World. Because you're in a phone booth with bone wheels. Alright, so we have the seance ring. Let me at... Alright, we're gonna go over here. A bone booth, as it were, yeah, it's... Oh boy. I am not looking forward to that section. Yeah, the sewer area of Ariamis terrifies. There is a jump, a speedrun jump, to like skip it, which I might need to have to take a refresher course on because that sewer section is not very good. Friends? So we're gonna say hi to Gwendolyn. And bemoan the fact there's no bonfire to our left. I love Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn is probably my favorite character. Oh yeah, I love puns though. You will find out, like everybody else, that puns fuel me. Hey Toby, good to see you. Moobot shall not win again. Is it this way? It's not this way. Oh, we're gonna go say hi to Gwendolyn as soon as I remember how exactly to get there. No? Sam, what's up? I was so excited to stream that I forgot to turn off all my notifications. Oh yeah, me too. I'm not good at PvP. No? I thought it was this one that you have to turn. Take a quick look-see. Which is funny because I used to use that bonfire to go fight Ornstein and Smo instead of the other one. So I am confused. Just a little bit. Hey, sir? Sir, do you know the way to Gwendolyn? Gimme. Okay. Turn the wheel down, not up. Okay. Hey, Evil Liddy. Thanks for the follow, by the way. I saw the message on Alert Box. Alright, so that's that. That's that. Gimme. One more down. Yeah. Take me to my son. Oh no, not this way. I needed the other one. Okie dokie, so, this room gets transplanted into DS3, which would be... It's possible this entire room just gets transplanted out of the building, because it doesn't... Because Irithyll should be down there, into the darkness. But this is like the second or third floor. In DS3. Over his ear, we'll get the Ring of the Sun's Firstborn. And what looks to be a place where a lot of Silver Knights have, like, memorials, because these look like to be memorials. This is the only statue I think has gold on it for Gwyn's stuff. His sword is gold, and his bracelets and such are painted gold. All the rest of his statues don't have it. DS3 statues don't have it. But if we put on the ring we got in the Catacombs, that statue disappears. Which means it was an illusion, which is why it is the only statue that is so snazzy.
Halt! This is the tomb of the great Lord Gwyn. Tarnished it shall not be by the feet of men. If thou art a true disciple of the Dark Sun, cast aside thine ire. Hear the voice of mine self, Gwyndolin, and kneel before me.
Sure. Also, really interesting that he says that he assumes that we have a lot of ire.
Hear my voice. If thou shalt swear by the covenant to become a shadow of Father Gwyn and Sister Guinevere, a blade that shall hunt the foes of our lords, then I shall protect thee, safeguarding thy person with the power of the Darkmoon.
So, funnily enough, the trophy doesn't require you to actually join the Covenant to get the trophy. But we are anyway. We're gonna get the Blue Eye Orb and the Covenant Ring.
Very well. Now thou art a blade of the Darkmoon, hunteth the enemies of the lords by the power of the Dark Sun.
Yorshka also repeats what he said there. But really interesting that he assumes we have ire, which might presume that he thinks that we remember what happened between Gwyn and the Pygmies and all of that. But hard to say. As far as things discovered, I think mechanically there might be a couple of things to be discovered, but there is probably a lot of different lore interpretations that are still out there looking to be discovered too. This is the symbol of the Dark Sun. I think because the illusion is fueled by his illusion of Guinevere. So much so that it doesn't need him to be alive to keep the illusion going. So just to get him. Cast aside thine ire. But Gwendolyn, I'm not really full of ire. Okay, well. Yeah, like the Filianor illusion that everything is fine and totally not burning down. Insert picnic.gif here, but oh yeah. Thanks for the reminder. Okie dokie. Hey, Mystic. Glad to have you. Yeah, there's a lot of illusions going around, and you can see an image of Gwendolyn on the doors leading to Filianor, like the doors to Filianor's church. It's Gwendolyn. So Gwendolyn was there. Gwendolyn was doing stuff. And thank you for the follow. Mystic Referee, thanks for the follow. Gwendolyn has a lot of loyalty, and Gwendolyn rewards a lot of loyalty. So, I also find it quite interesting that the place to farm souvenirs of reprisal are in the painted world, and not in the overworld itself. So that links Gwendolyn again to the pale girl in hiding that Aldrich dreamed of when he was eating Gwendolyn. So, did Gwendolyn have a hand in creating the painted world, or what? It's very interesting there. I have not yet, but I will before we finish the flames. Leaving the Covenant will break it too. So we should go fire. I'm thinking of where to go now. We can either go to the Great Hollow and check out things there, or we can check out the Duke's archives. I think we'll check out the Duke's archives, see if it's ready for some visitors. I love it. I love Gwendolyn's set.
Oh, you are one of us? That is a surprise. But a pleasant one. We are both blades of the Darkmoon now. I shall look forward to fighting alongside you.
I've thought about it, about setting up a zine. I'm not sure. I have to, like, look at it more. I'm not quite sure, like, how it works. And I've thought about reading my essays and throwing them on YouTube so that people don't have to, like, read them, they can just listen to them. I haven't had the time for that either, but Eventually I will.
So you have received a revelation. Very auspicious. I hope for the best. I pray that through you,
I've got a lot of, like,
a
ideas.
wish will be granted.
And, I kind of want to write an essay about, like, my, like, a post-mortem experience for, like, the Age of Ancients games. So, the first one would probably be for Kuan, and maybe we'd revisit, like, Shadow Tower Abyss and stuff like that. Oh, definitely. Yeah, like, that and I'd need a really clever name, and I'm not really great at naming things. So let's, head over. So she recognizes us as having joined the Darkmoon Covenant as a blue cop. Speaking of, I need to change my rings again. Yeah, like there's a lot of ideas, and I want to do a couple of things, but it takes some time and some writings and stuff like that. Sir? Thank you. Let's see if this will open now without having talked to Frampton and Ka. Ah, man, I do have to talk to Frampt. Sealed by the Great Lord's power, and you can tell it's definitely sunlight. So, what else can we do? We can talk to Frampton Koth, because I don't think I'm going dark in this game. Plus, I want to get the cool Sif thing. After you do the DLC, Sif will recognize you. So let's go talk to... Whoops, wrong thing. Let's talk to a big snake. Poor Sif. Poor doggo Sif. She's a good dog. Oh, you're awake. Nice to see you're awake.
Ah, hello. Was it you who rang the Bell of Awakening? I am the primordial serpent, King Seeker Frampt, close friend of the great Lord Gwyn, chosen undead, who has rung the Bell of Awakening. I wish to elucidate your fate, and the very reason your kind have appeared. Chosen undead, your fate is to succeed the great Lord Gwyn, so that you may link the fire, cast away the dark, and undo the curse of the undead.
Hey, who wants ice cream?
Now, let us
There's
take
an ice cream
that
truck outside.
vessel on a journey. I assume that you are ready. Now, be still.
I'm not that ready. Oh god, why? Yeah, you have to kill her for it.
This is the Firelink Chamber for the successor of Lord Gwyn. Now, place the Lord Vessel on the altar.
And note that the altar is a tree. A little arch tree. Trees are really important. Excuse me. Like, I broke this thought off, but Shadow Tower Abyss, the Shadow Tower in Shadow Tower Abyss is a tree growing upside down. It's also a spaceship. It makes more sense in the game. And it too becomes a bonfire.
Very well. As Kingseeker, I shall now instruct you, the Lord's successor, in your next task. To achieve your fate, fill the vessel with powerful souls, commensurate to the great soul of Gwyn. Scarce few possess such brilliant souls. Grave Lord Nito, the Witch of Izalith, the 4 kings of New Londo, who inherited the shards of Gwyn's soul, and Lord Gwyn's former confidant, Seath the Scaleless. All of their souls are required to satiate the Lord Vessel. Are you ready? Then
I like Estus soup.
Stay still.
You can just fill it with Estus soup. Delicious. You know, Frampt, you could just get some Batwing demons.
Pleased to see you well. Is it something urgent?
You sorry fool.
The beings who possess these souls have outlived their usefulness, or have chosen the path of the wicked. As the primordial serpent, I implore you to defeat them and claim their souls. Let there be no guilt. Let there be no vacillation. The beings who possess...
Okay.
Let there be...
Nothing else.
Farewell, chosen undead.
Alright, sure. See ya. So now we can go to the Duke's Archives, but let's make a quick trip down to... Oh, that's not warpable. Okay, let's make a quick trip down to Blighttown. And, yeah, Blighttown. That's right, yeah, Daughters of Chaos. Hey, Aaron. Thanks for the follow, by the way. Welcome. need some blue lipstick. That'd be great. Since we have the Lord Vessel, we can continue downwards. But first, let's go check out the Great Hollow. I do like the ceiling. I feel like the ceiling got a graphical upgrade. It looks way better. Okay, we have enough. That looks like a person. There he is. Hey, dude.
Oh ho! Excuse me, I was so absorbed in thought I just drifted away. You see, I'm actually in a bit of a fix. I've made it this far, but I'm short on antidote moss for the trip back.
Well, wouldn't you know?
By my knighthood, I'm ashamed to ask, but can you spare a few scraps of moss?
I can.
Fantastic. Thank you. A saint you are. This Knight of Katarina expresses his deepest gratitude. I shall not forget this. Please, take this, a symbol of my appreciation.
Hooray!
Well, our fates do seem entwined, don't they? Perhaps this, too, is the will of Lord Gwyn.
Nah, it's the Brotherhood of Big Knives.
The poison swamp, like quicksand in there.
Oh, you don't have a cool ring like I do.
The poison swamp, like
Alright. To the Great Hollow! So, Sigmire will take 3 of your poison moss things, so you've got to have like 3 of them. Well, something died. level because I don't want to lose a bunch of souls. Alright, 2 grand is fine. Platforming in a Souls game is not my favorite. My idea of a great time. No! Ah! Every time I lose these guys. Every freaking time. There's a guy who died. And here's another guy who died. And there's another one. I'm about to lose it. Yep, I lost it. The Chloranthy ring is all the way back up top. There's a lot of little things up in the branches. I do need to go back up there because Chloranthy is just, it's very nice. And interesting that you first find it in the Great Hollow. Astro, you never knew this place existed? Well, then you're in for a treat. If I can get all the way down. That is. It's probably the most hidden place in the game. Never mind then. Hello, guys. Mushroom guys are so cute. Even if you knew to go through one illusory wall, surely they couldn't have to put another illusory wall. But they did. They pulled that trick one more time in Dark Souls 3. In the Ring City. This is the most Kingsfield of levels, because there's ambient music. But trees as a portal into something else is fairly common with FromSoft. So we've used the Great Hollow as a portal into something else. Your mushrooms don't have arms? You can see the Hydra, like the full body of the Hydra. But oh my gosh, why? It hurts a lot. Hold on. I think I'm gonna have to sit, just so that I don't get killed by the Hydra and have to go all the way down. This Hydra is probably harder for me to kill than the one in the basin. So you can get some dragon scales. Hey Stone, how's it going? Yeah, and if you remember, like originally Dark Souls was going to be like formulated around water rather than fire. Here you can see the whole body. And man-eater crabs. Free. Wow, even the Hydra's really aggressive. Everything's so aggressive in DSR. Yay, and I have death. Sweet. see what's behind. I'm cursed. I thought I kept missing. I think there's yeah, that sucked. I kept missing the poke. Let's see here, do I even have one? No. Oh well. It's not that big of a deal. Basilisks connected to Nito. If we need to, we can just warp out. Other than their curse, not so much really. Although maybe that's the thing. Like, they're not obvious. Yeah. Well, basilisks are always kind of found around places where, like, death is. Which makes it a little weird that they're here, if we accept that. I believe what I missed was a spell. We're gonna keep going. Yeah, decomposing matter. And fungi, even here, are kind of related to magic in some way, shape, or form. Which also is a FromSoft thing. In Kingsfield, they restore magical power. Would you stop, Hydra? Seriously? Man, everything's so aggressive! Oh yeah, like, mushrooms are what you farm to get gold pine resin, and gold pine resin is super rare in Dark Souls 1. And that's your lightning stuff. Restoring magical power is always been a mushroom thing. In Evergrace, you use like a mushroom to bribe your shopkeeper. Yeah, that Hydra wanted me D. I just want to say hello to the dragon guy. Let's observe the Hydra. and get killed by the man-eater. Alright, I'm gonna have to kill that Hydra. It's being a jerk. Aha, I can switch my rings again. Do that. Oh, I missed a bunch of hits on a basilisk and he cursed me. Not the biggest deal. I can just work to Oswald and pick up a purging stone. Just trying to make my way over to the dragon guy. But Hydra's been super aggressive, so it's been tough. I think we're clear. Pissed off Hydra. Eating it. And if you notice, that bonfire's already lit. As if he is the firekeeper. Because if you remember, when there's a firekeeper present, you get 5 more at base before kindling. So every firekeeper led bonfire in at least DSR, or just DS1 in general, will be A, already lit, and B, already partially kindled. Which has a lot of implications for what the firekeepers are, and that they're dragons, because he's the firekeeper of here. So dragons and firekeepers are probably closer than any dragon bro in any of the Souls games. I think I remember hearing a mention that Miyazaki said that in essence the Dark Souls games are about the firekeepers. So the dragon might be female. So for joining the Covenant, you get that. And you can offer scales. And yeah, the dragon might be female. But again, if you come around to the back, this does not break your covenant, by the way. You can get the great sword. This sword, one of the rare dragon weapons, came from the tail of the stone dragon in Ash Lake, descendant of the ancient dragons. Its great mystical power will be unleashed when wielded with two hands. Stone dragons. Okie dokie. So we're more or less done here. There is a sorcery. There is a sorcery here to get. There's a couple other like random goodies to get, but we're more or less done here. And since we're cursed, we need to go over to Oswald because he's got purging stones. And I've got souls to burn in my pocket. So there's some interesting stuff there you can chew over. And if firekeepers are basically human dragons, it kind of makes sense because firekeepers and dragons all breathe fire. Or they handle fire in some way. Hey, Maria. Vodka. How's it going? Priscilla was supposed to be basically the maiden in black. Make sure nobody's following me. Okay. How much are your purging stones, sir?
I am
3,000?
thou art welcome.
Okay. Do.
Great. Thou art welcome anytime. It is a
Nah, I got cursed because I was I missed a bunch of hits on a basilisk trying to get to the sorcery. I think it's the sorcery he was guarding.
Greeting.
And holy crap, 27,000 for like abandoning covenants. Come on, man. Come on, Oswald.
You're not welcome anytime.
Sigh. Leaving the Blue Moon Covenant will get you sinned. Kinda sucks. Okay, so what are we gonna do now? We're gonna go over to Duke's Archives. The poke is so strong! It's so strong! Yeah, these guys will tell you, I missed a bunch of pokes at the Basilisk because I was trying to poke the Basilisk to death and I missed him because he kept jumping. We'll do the arcs. We'll do the archives, or at least start the archives, and then do the paint world, maybe. Nidus. Totally. Nidus is great. So now we have our first object, which is this mid-boss. He's kind of a jerk. Just like that. Ah, damn it. I missed the dodge, which meant I got juggled. Nidus? Nidus is a great warframe. Yeah, everybody's here, Vodka. It's great to have everybody here. Let's see how much I can mess with Sasquatch here. Oh, he's just gonna leave? Coward. Trying to get that backstab. Damn it, he's dead again. Super dead. Yeah, I've got a strike weapon. I'll probably switch that in a second. I'm just trying to get the backstab. Hold on. Strike weapons. Yeah, I don't think I can backstab him. Butt plates! The latest in the fashion. But I think I can pop a charcoal pine resin. The Berg pig. Oh no! Oh no! Poor Berg pig. He tries his best. So that's one. And there's another one. That's... And we get the helm. Because that's the last one in the game, I think. Let's kindle this one. Pig hat, pig hat, pig hat, pig hat, pig hat. Take advantage of the fact that we have the rite of kindling. Pig hat. Pig hat. Pig hat, pig hat. Pig hat comes with hair. So this section sucks, no matter how you slice it. Getting into the archives is probably the hardest thing to do. Yeah, I saw. The channeler just started doing his dance like 15 miles away. Everyone's spidey senses were tangled. Look at this. And this crystal golem is completely passive. It's staring at... Well, it's passive up to a point, I guess. Considering the rest of the game, it's pretty passive. But for killing it, you get the broken pendant, which is your key into the DLC. Which is why I came here to begin with. Unless I wanted to get the key to the DLC. So he's buffing his pals over there now. Oh yeah, I mean, he had the miracle circle when he teleported. I think everything has gotten, like... We're basically all in the aggro mod. Soul of Brave Warrior. Yeah, we all got the aggro mod. So what we didn't know. Thrust damage, the best damage. $60? I only paid like $40. Give me the trident, you coward. They look very good in this game. BT dubs. I don't think so. I mean, for a lot of it, I thought it was just me. Because I haven't played this game in like a year and a half, so maybe I was just remembering things wrong. That's what I thought to begin with. It's fine. So there is a weird jump you can do, and I've never been able to pull it off. Oh man, I don't have a ring of sacrifice, do I? I might need to, like, put this off until I pick up a ring of sacrifice from somebody. Hey, cool. Yeah, thrust damage is so good in this game. And a crystal night shield. They look a bit lighter. The draw distance means you can see Irithyll from here. Come check the other side. Irithyll is the city that's below Anne Orlando. It's always been there. It was just never mentioned until 3. I have a rare ring of sacrifice. Bah, I'd have to use it, I guess. Alright, I'll put it on after I fight that guy. So this is when things start to get surreal up in here. Crystal is basically growing. There he is. Thrust damage, best damage. Let it go. Yeah, I got it. Alright. Time to use my rare ring of sacrifice. Oh, wait, no, I have a real... Do I need to put on a rare ring of sacrifice or a ring of sacrifice? Hi, Seed. Can you speed this up, Seed? Seed, come on, please. There we go. Hurry up and kill me, you coward. Alright, well. Oh look, didn't know Ornstein also got... I should be able to level, actually. Hi. I should probably kindle that too, huh? I can do it too! Time for the Windows startup noise slow down to 500%. Play that funky music, Snake Boy. I like how the rest of Snake Boys are peacing out. They're like, nah man, I'm not about this life. This is a life I am not about. So we're gonna just deal with the Picasas. Or attempt to. We're gonna try and use the range of the claymore to our advantage. Yeah, it's the same. That's the same attack the mind flayers do in Demon Souls. Yeah, I mean, FromSoft reuses noise, like, their sound libraries in weird ways all the time, so I wouldn't put anything into, like, sound libraries, because, like, they've been reusing the sound library since, like, 2004, 2003. No, personally, I don't know. I mean, I joke that it's kind of like the Windows startup noise slowed down at like 300-400%. But noise does make people do weird things. So I would bet that there's some musical theory going on there. Hey, Pagliacci, how's it going? Hey look, they're having a dance party down there. Moobot is as aggressive. Well, since we've killed everything out, we can take a look at these ladies. They are the non-aggressive ones, and they will also drop I'll probably just adjust. Move out again. They were not feeling the rave today. They both carry miracles that you would find with Guinevere's maidens. Yeah, it's weird. It's like it fixed gravelording, but I guess it was just gravelording didn't need a fix per se. Dang it. Only that it works now. Yeah, I wouldn't listen to those. Those are... They don't strike me as anything I agree with too much. Yeah, I don't know. The thing about the Ring City is the Ring City makes Seath a little bit more interesting to me, in that there's Shira, and Shira being a thing is very interesting. See if he comes down the ladder. Sometimes you can use the aggression to your advantage. Wow, they're all coming down now? Yeah, like, if Shira is actually a daughter, if she's telling the truth, and there's no reason to not believe her, because she's wearing a thing that you cannot get in DS3 at all, and that is the Man-Eater crown, because Man-Eaters are not even in DS3. If she is telling the truth, then crossbeads are completely different. Yeah, so, like, the big question is Shira, I think. And even no matter where you end up with that, Shira makes Seath and Seath's actions in Dark Souls 1 far more interesting. Because if he was experimenting on maidens ostensibly after Shira left, then maybe he was trying to figure out a way to recreate his daughter, Shira. Lots of weird, interesting things here to say. Shira claimed to be Seath's daughter, and she wore a crown or tiara with a man-eater pearl in it. Man-eaters are closely associated with Seath in Dark Souls 1 because they are all over the place in the crystal caves. Just Duke's daughter. But yeah, man-eater crown. Very interesting. And in a meta sense, you've got Seath as the ultimate big bad of FromSoft games, given his presence in King's Field. And Gyra. Well, she locked herself in that room in the Ring City in an attempt to keep the crazy dude locked to her weapon from going completely nuts. So she did that willingly. Oh no. Oh yeah. I thought I had missed that. Here we get the maiden stuff. And the white seance ring. Which might actually mean we failed Rhea. Or not. Rhea goes hollow if we fail her. But yeah, that's a maiden stuff. Yeah, like, her first question to you is, dost thou remember the name of God? Thine own God, if thou canst recall. Yeah, well, she's a bodyguard. Shira, she's a bodyguard. Sworn Knight, bodyguard, same thing. Also that... Ah, there it is. That floating door. Speak thee thy name of God, thine own God, if thou canst recall. Oops. Wrong thing. The floating door! It's still here! Yay! I see you there. Coward. Man, where'd you guys go for this furniture? IKEA? Eat it, jerks. Alright, so we've made it out of the jail. Sometimes spelt G with a G. AOL. It's a Bloodborne reference. Let's kindle this bonfire. Okay. So let's see what we can see here. So there should be a secret passage through there that we have to open. The Avelin's not on this side. Must be on the other side. Hey, Hunter. What's going on? We made it out of jail, and now we're hanging out in the library. Okay, we've been through here. Okay. Uh-oh. Happy to know you're in one piece, though. Yeah, magic pixel. Actually, that's not the biggest magic pixel I've had happen this playthrough. There's been others. There's been worse. I think I was at like a 1 HP at one point. Okay, so there's the Avalon down there. The way you do it is when you're turning this staircase, you just run down, like, do a leap of faith or something. Okay, nothing else, so we turn. Don't forget to add in the Harry Potter. The twisty staircase is directly a reference to Harry Potter. It's actually quite cute that it is. Strong magic shield. Aeon the Ancient has invited. Nice to have some pals. Oh, he ran right by me to, like, do some buffs. Oh, he's super laggy. I can't even get lock-on on him. Okay. Sure. Listen, dude, I don't even believe that myself. Don't even believe in that one myself. Now, where the heck am I going? That was something. That was certainly a thing. Thank you, Dark Souls. Indeed. Now, where the heck am I going? I know there's a... Let me turn this back around. Okay. Yes! Well, then. I can almost guarantee you that's not gonna happen on my platinum character. Did I come through here? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. This is back to the jail. Oh boy. Was not expecting that at all. Oh, there it is. Okay. For some reason, I thought I had to go up a little bit more. Bam. Wow, this is super dark. And now we can look like a channeler, if we so chose. Splat. That channeler wanted nothing to do with plague, I guess. That's to unlock... Big Hat Logan. this one is a fake. Are you gonna go down the stairs, Mimic? All the kung fu fighting. And you get your enchanted falchion, which allows you to skip a couple of random things for upgrade materials. And some prism stones, which you'll need for the crystal caves. But first, there's another golden crystal golem over there. But first though, let's replenish our Estus. We'll have to go back to the jail and see if Big Head Logan got in there yet. Because I didn't see him when I glanced in. Wow, 300. Just one. Well, Nito does give you a miracle, a useful miracle, when you join up with him, so he's pretty good. He's a very good cartoon dad. I think before we finish up for today, we're gonna rescue Sieglinde and save the crystal caves for a little bit later. Wow, he glows. He's never used to glow like that before. Must be the new lighting. Oof. He got me. He is blinging out the gods. No heal for you. Yeah. He's been using humans as his... It cuts off there. Faded. Yeah, when... I don't have a very... Wow. Early on that dodge. Well, that bugged out a little bit. Siegland!
It was you who rescued me. Why, thank you. I am Siegland of Katarina. I don't know how I ended up in that crystal.
Nobody does.
It wasn't terrible in there, but I could hardly move. I must think of some way to repay you. Oh,
Well, yeah,
have you
like,
seen my
Gwyn...
father? You wouldn't miss him. A suit of armor just like mine.
Gwyn isn't a nice guy.
Thank goodness. I knew he was here somewhere. Well then, now I must find him. Thanks again, truly. Now if we'll just stay put and keep out of trouble.
So, she uses a bastard sword. Her father uses a Zweihander. A Zweihander. And she uses a bastard sword. They have the same armor. You can actually see through the slit in the onion to see her face if you wanted to. Let me see if I can't manipulate the camera a little bit. Yeah, Gwyn was realpolitik AF. He was using humans as tools and then putting them away in basically what is akin to the underworld and giving up his beloved youngest daughter. But Gwyn was ruled by fear, and he was ruled by a want of power, which is also a very, very well-used trope in FromSoft things. Like, a man obsessed with power is the downfall of his power. There you go. You can kind of see her face in there. Yeah, quote, beloved younger daughter. But Gwyn was all about himself, and he was all about retaining his power and retaining his power over the world, and he was afraid of people so much that he created the Way of White and charged his oldest siblings to maintain that, and the Way of White basically is just there to maintain the status quo. It's very Greek, kind of. Yeah, he wanted his legacy to remain as it is. Yeah. Koth and Frampt are both right, but they're both wrong. If that makes any sense. We're gonna hit up the bonfire to get rid of Siegland, so that when we come back, we'll mess with the crystal guys and then fall off a bunch of invisible bridges, as you do in the crystal caves. That's probably going to be the next stream, though. Yeah. Like, it's... Gwyn is kind of like Zeus, and he's kind of like Odin, how God of War 2018 describes Odin. Makes sense, considering all the stuff that was used as, like, inspirations for Dark Souls. So, yeah. Like, I take a very, very dim view of Gwyn as a person. But I kind of understand what he's doing. I mean, I studied a lot of dictators when I was in college and stuff like that, so understanding the psychology of a dictator is really helpful with understanding Gwyn, because he put down a lot of resources and a lot of energy in creating all these apparatuses to make sure that he and those he chose were at the top of the totem pole, and that the humans who were foreseen to take over the world, because cycles end and the end of his mandate of fire was coming. But creating the Way of White staved it off, and it put all of these undead with the sign that he put on his knights from rising up and taking over his power. But yeah, I take a dim view of Gwyn myself. Hopefully that'll make sense. But I think that'll be it for this stream today. I don't want to keep you guys for too long, but I hope it was fun, and I thank you guys for joining me. Next time I get to stream, we'll do all of that down there. And probably head down to the Tomb of Giants, maybe, which I'm not really looking forward to, but you gotta do it anyway. No, I believe the Way of White was an apparatus meant to find people who got the Dark Sign. Because the Dark Sign was the same brand he put on his knights, but the Dark Sign also became a symbol of those who were able to get powerful enough to overthrow him. So he formed the Way of White to find these people and to throw them into the Northern Undead Asylum, or to throw them away, basically, to keep them from getting that power that was prophesized to overthrow him. But yeah, I mean, that's what I think the Way of White really was about. It was about holding down the man and finding and identifying those people who could, even unconsciously, and throwing them out, putting them away. Like Oscar should have been a foil to our character, much like the one in Dark Souls 3. But yeah. It's all in the name and the sake of extending the age and keeping the Age of Dark from coming in, because, you know, power is very tantalizing. Yeah. Because it was Gwendolyn, and Gwendolyn's biggest sin was his loyalty. And Gwendolyn set about their way of making sure the Way of White was there, and that was also why Gwendolyn stayed in Anne Orlando, even though the gods were pretty much all dead, and Gwendolyn probably already knew that their father was dead. But, yeah. Loyalty's a funny thing with Gwendolyn. But anyway, thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye now.